Boys, buckle your seatbelt because we're dying on a 24 dually. Headed to Hawaii. Get serious. Data log's running. Calibration 1. Send it. Boys, 327 at the rear wheels. That's just calibration 1. Let's hop out. Let's check it out. $327 real horsepower, 627 feet-pounds of torque. Let's check this dude out. This is a truck that's headed to Hawaii. Let me set this baby down, but let's check out the graph first, guys. Alright, that was tune 1, nothing crazy. We're just going to go over the build. 2100 RPMs, come up, lay on it, run it over. 99% of people never going to use calibration 1, but that's our starting point. Now down to business. So this is Al's truck. It's got a Tater-built 63mm turbocharger sitting over here. It's outfitted with one of our coolant riser VGT upgrades, a bypass. That way we get that ugly riser out of there. Got the Banks Super Scoop cold air intake because he's going to be working this truck. He's going to be taking it up and down the mountain, so he wants to keep all that fresh air running into it. We're doing some big wheels and tires. That's the reason why this front bumper is halfway off the truck. Checking out the front bumper back here, what do we got? We got a Mishimoto intercooler. Over here, it's going to be pretty warm. It's a little warm off that pool. Over here, it's going to be nice and cool. So the intercooler's doing its job. It's got one of our grid air heater deletes on it, outfitted with the Banks Monster Ram and Mishimoto intercooler piping. So this truck is the perfect daily driver, stock fuel. Back there underneath the tank, we got one of our sumps, so stage 1 low pressure package. But the ultimate goal with this truck is a badass turbocharger that will pull the world up and down the mountain in Hawaii, look amazing while doing it, and all in all, putting a smile on your face when you're jamming out the radio. I'm ready to turn this son of a bitch up. Let's see what she's made out of. All right, boys and girls, we're gonna go tune 3 on the 5th gens. We can go shift on the fly through the cruise control. Cancel, set, 1, 2, and then we're gonna look for a little lightning bolt over her flashers. 1, 2, and we got 3. And here we go. Data log's running, she's warm. Literally just hit that, watch a lightning bolt. Not as cool as the L5Ps, but still cool. 22 to 29. Let's get her on up here. 106. Cooking some power. Had to let this thing breathe. So this says 2,900 RPMs, but I'll bring up the log here in just a minute. I was getting this thing over 3,000. So 440 rear wheel horsepower, 820 feet-pound of torque. This is calibration 3. Calibration 3, in my personal opinion, nobody's really going to drive it on tune 1, tune 2, because it's just not enough power. Whatever they rate these trucks at, maybe they're 440 at the rear wheels. They don't make that on this dyno. They make about 300 and something rear wheel horsepower. They're gutless. We've covered this. But now, Blue Thunder is back. 440, 820 at the wheels. You can load a little harder. You can get the actual torque to come up on it. The graph looks good. Boost pressure versus drive pressure. Let's focus on that. So this is where we keep up with how good is the Tater-built turbocharger doing. Boost pressure here at 37, and then our drive pressure right here, 68, minus 15. My drive pressure is 48 PSI. I really like that. And we're only spinning the turbocharger 115,000 RPMs. We're still in a window. We're not stretching it out there a mile. All in all, this means all that. the thing's in a good parameter. We're not killing it on fuel. We're gonna bump this thing up to now tune 4. We've got a PG word for that, but we're gonna put it on tune 4. We're gonna try to climb up to that 500 horsepower range. Then we go tune 5. All right, so we got calibration 4. This is when Al wants to turn this thing up a little bit. Let's creep up on that 500. Let's see what it's made out of. Yes, with our C3 HP package, the truck is still a dually, can do it all. We built it to tow, we built it to daily drive. The intercooler helps, keeps that boost pressure cool. Tater-built turbocharger makes power, and it just sounds badass. Stock fueling, so this thing ain't very smoky. So now we're gonna bring this thing in about 2,200 RPMs. Let this baby eat. 1,000 horsepower pull, loading now. All right, so we're coming in. We're gonna go 22 to 29, it'll be just over 3,000. So on that file, I come up on torque, so I'm 454 rural horsepower, 874 feet-pound of torque. So what we need to do with the Uncle 5th Gen is Uncle Tyson has got to look at the data log here, and we're going to bring that up a little bit more because those are rookie numbers. We should have come up a little bit more on power. I want my tune 4 right there at like 500 rural horsepower, and so that way tune 5. So look at the data log real quick. Boost pressure's good. We did not hit a fuel set point. So no big deal, looking at the data log. So we're looking at MM3, how much fueling is this thing getting at? Then it interprets into US injector on time. We didn't hit that exact set point. So now we gotta go back in, look at some stuff, readjust, and we're gonna run it again. Nothing's bad, the log looks damn good. It did start to make some torque. So we can look at this guy right here. But on a 5th gen, everybody's God right. They know how to line them out. On a 5th gen, if they don't hit certain points, you gotta dive in, figure out why. But all in all, we didn't have any backfires. US didn't go out of the door, but the graph goes boop, up. She did good. So I'm gonna look at that, we're gonna adjust it, we're gonna run it again. We got tune 4 adjusted in this thing. So why do we have 5 power levels on a 5th gen Cummins? So we can change each file. There needs to be about a 50 horsepower split, or however you guys want to do them, right? So we could send this out the door, but we're not going to, because tune 4 should creep up around 500 horsepower. Tune 4. Now tune 5, what are we going after on it? We're going to set the record for a 5th gen Cummins on a 24. So I don't think anybody's had any on the dyno. Get down to business. Listen to that Tater-built. Tune 4, goal is around 500. It does more, we're going to McDonald's. A little bit of load. On the dot, boys! 500 rear-wheel horsepower. Let's check out what magical 5th gen. Man, the graph looks good, but right there at the top, because I've got it spinning at 3,100. Let's see what we got here. Freaking graph is like cherry. Boom. Fuel pressure's hanging in there like a champ, but at the end of the day, there's only so much fuel to pull out of this big guy, and when she's done, she's done. Because that Tater-built wants fuel. So now I'm gonna look at the data. We're gonna put this baby on tune 5. We're gonna give it a little push. I would like to see an over 500 horsepower run out of this big. And then when this thing goes to Hawaii, Blue Demon's just ready to tear up the streets. I'm gonna look it over, and you know what time it is, boys. Dyno time. Dyno time. She's doing good. I'm proud of this thing. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So You want to take it up 5th gear? We're going to come at it. This has got an Aisin transmission, Aisin. I'm going to start it a little bit lower. I want to see if I can get it into its power band a little bit sooner. So we're going to go 5th gear. And we're going to see if we can get this thing on up there and make it some power. Let's kick her up. It's a little humid out there today, but boys, no excuses here in Arkansas. Because when she goes to Hawaii, it's going to be hotter than shit. Just got off the customer that owns this truck about 10 minutes ago. Do a little phone support. He's got 2 of them rocking. Let's see if we can make this thing do some power. All right, boys. Bill, you got your seatbelt on? No. Audible, yes. All right, here we go. Here we go, boys. Much better. We got some torque now. 526 rural horsepower and 1,039. That's what this thing's wanting. So guys, that's what I wanted to see out of this thing. I was starting it a little bit later in the RPMs, but that transmission's like, nope, better start me down low. And that's what the customer, what we talked about just even earlier, like, hey, he drives an Aisin transmission. It's a 14 with a fleece turbocharger on there. It's like, I need this thing to really work because it snuffs a charger. Okay, all good. So I started this run at 2,000 RPMs and I ran it all the way over here to 3,000. My big thing with this truck is I didn't want a limiter at 2,900. So I am pushing it a little harder. So when he's climbing up the mountains, if he's having to manually shift it, this son of a bitch will still go. So 526, let me get legit, rural horsepower and 1,039. And it made that all at 2,600 RPM. So I've got him down low, bringing in horsepower, bringing in torque, so that way this thing will work. So all in all, guys, we got the world's most, we're gonna get just busted up on this. Everybody's gonna be pissed. The highest horsepower 24 dually on a Mustang dyno. 526 rural horsepower and 1,039 feet-pound of torque. That's the mark to beat. You guys go out there, tear our ass up, say, hey, we can make a lot more power. Stock fuel, all 4s, 526. Make for sure you guys like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you got any questions about Al's build, it's a C3 dually. What do we call this? The Blue Dually Thunder. And it's headed to Hawaii. Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you back here at Point Blank Performance. This customer's on the same eye level as me. It sound good, needs to look good, needs to perform, and just all in all, it's got to sound good. When I sent it to him, he's like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, I know, right? I know. I'm not a VGT guy. I am not. But again, time, place, purpose, VGT holds its own. I like these turbochargers. They do good. So if they do good, we give the people what they want. An exhaust brake sounds damn good. You're just coming down the road there.